No, no, no! You do not cook pasta like that! Magic! I always try Italian food abroad. Holidays, alone, without my family, so...
Hi Niccolò, thank you for welcoming us here. Niccolò is my dear friend and he's also an opera singer. He is Bolognese, he's lived here for his whole life and today he's gonna talk to us about life in Italy from an Italian perspective.
Yes.
What are your favorite things about living in Italy in general?
Well, what I like most about living in Italy is, of course, it's Italy itself, because it's a country with a variety of, cultures inside the main Italian culture, and landscapes and traditions and local cuisines. I think there we cannot find the same variety in this small stripe of land in other countries, or maybe of the world, of the whole world. So what I love of Italy is it's Italy itself. I've always loved to travel and visit other cities, other regions, and I love our food. I love our history, cultures, art, cities. Yeah, that's. There are many things that I do not like about Italy also, but I'm so glad, I'm so satisfied because I have been born in Italy. That being said, I must admit that I would not be able to choose another city in Italy to live in. Also because, I can speak freely about the fact that here there is a very well-developed LGBT plus culture. Mm-hmm. So I feel very comfortable living here.
So, Italy has been historically fragmented into various states and now all these regions are so different among them. Mm-hmm. Apart from Emilia-Romagna, which are your favorite Italian regions?
Well, I think that maybe Umbria and Marche are my favorite regions. Yeah, I grew fond of them because mostly in Marche. But from Marche, then we went to Umbria. We made daily trips, and there I lived my first holidays alone, without my family. So before
special memory for you.
Special memories indeed. Before in Ancona, and near Ancona, mm-hmm. near Mount Conero. Mm-hmm. We went there with friends, classmates from the high school, and I have very precious memories of that days, of that weeks, that holidays. First, when I first tasted freedom, also because of the landscapes. That is wonderful. Maybe it's less touristic than the interior part. Maybe, maybe
it's underrated, especially Umbria, because all those small medieval towns in Umbria are splendid and they're very unique. Yeah, I think it's a really underrated destination in Italy.
Yeah, and and I wanted to show this region Umbria out to my ex-boyfriend. He's a Spaniard, a lovely Spanish guy. So I chose a region that is less known abroad. Like Umbria, maybe people will tell you, no, we do know very well that Umbria
hopefully,
exists.
I really hope about it, because I'm a huge advocate of Umbria as a touristic destination, because I absolutely love it. Yeah, I went there a few years ago on a 3-day trip, and we went to Orvieto and Todi, and I think these places are so beautiful. Yeah. And I actually met people. I think some people on Instagram messaged me that they went to Orvieto, and I was like, wow, you know this place, you know this town. So let's move on from Italian regions and to Italian food, which I think is the hottest topic today.
These are gestures that gave many, well, not problems, but people is quite stunned. What are you doing?
In fact, I was surprised when I first saw this gesture by Italians here, and I was like, how is it connected to food? No, I understood it later.
I have no idea of how it is connected to food.
But
we will discover it.
It's a cute one.
Yep. Okay.
So, my first question for you. When you travel abroad, do you ever try Italian food there?
Yes, I always try Italian food abroad because I want to give an opportunity to foreign cooks and to check if they learned how to cook Italian food and also how do they re-elaborate Italian cuisine, because it's also a question of foreign tastes.
Yeah, and also interpretation.
Yes. So I always try once pizza and once pasta. And with pizza, I think it's easier to find a good pizza abroad, maybe because of Italian cooks or foreign cooks that come to Italy and learned how to prepare it, to make a tasty and original Italian pizza. And it's easier to eat a good pizza than to eat good pasta. And I must admit that the best pasta that I ate abroad, outside Italy, it's been in Africa, in Kenya. We went there and we traveled in national parks. And there we ate the best, I don't remember which kind of pasta alla norma, which is a Sicilian sauce.
What about those recipes that we can see online and, the TikTok pasta and stuff like that, that's become very, very popular as of recently?
Well, what I recently saw, it was quite a nightmare. It was not an Italian recipe with raw pasta put in a pan with a ton of butter, of cheese, of I don't know what, maybe also ketchup, and then put in the oven or on fires. And wonderful Italian meal. No, this is not Italian meal. Maybe you can find it tasty, but it's for us it's rubbish. Yeah, I want to be very Italian. No, you do not cook pasta like that. Shame on you.
What's your personal favorite Italian dish?
There are many Italian dishes that I love very, very much. Now I'm a vegetarian, so I do not eat meat anymore. So I had to say farewell to ragu, and I think that ragu
is your favorite, actually.
It was one of my favorites indeed. But what I really like, it's pasta. The filled pasta like ravioli, tortelloni, all that kind of filled pasta.
How difficult is it to be a vegetarian in Italy?
It's less difficult than that we can imagine, because we can make a lot of very, very tasty sauces and recipes with vegetables also.
Speaking of expat life, among your friends, among people you know, are there lots of Italians moving abroad?
Italian travel and go living, studying abroad. Yeah, very, very often. We are all around the world. You can find an Italian almost everywhere. Amongst my friends, a few of them are now living abroad. They working abroad, and I think that will stay there. They're building their own life and family abroad. And yeah, I know a few classmates and a few friends of mine with whom we used to sing together in a university choir or my mother's choir, because actually my mother is a choir conductor, and So yeah, I know a few people that went abroad and went to stay abroad.
Do you know what is the most popular destination among them?
Well, among my friends, I can speak about them. It's Germany or the United Kingdom.
And you yourself, would you ever consider moving abroad?
Yes, I considered it twice. The first time when I finished my high school studies.
Mm-hmm.
In my case, it was France, because we studied subjects in foreign languages. I studied it in French. We studied history, geography, literature. So I could have traveled to France to study in university, but I did not choose to go abroad.
The second time?
Oh, but the second time, because of love. Because my ex-boyfriend is Spanish. He lives in Spain. He has lived. We met here in Italy, and he came here twice. But after, we did not know what to do. If I could have traveled to Spain to live with him, to trying to study music there.
Apart from love, what else could potentially make you move abroad?
Oh, now it's only for musical and working purposes.
If you had an interesting opportunity, an interesting offer to work in music industry abroad, would you move?
I think I would move wherever.
And speaking not only of expats, but also and especially of tourists, since the touristic season is approaching, and hopefully this year there will be tourists in Italy, despite all the pandemic stuff. What would you personally wish that tourists did more of, and what would you wish that tourists did less of? I mean, either something that you would recommend all tourists to do, and something you would prohibit them from doing.
Well, what I would recommend, to visit also less known places. We talked before about Umbria and Marche. There are a lot of small towns, medieval towns that a person from abroad should visit and would enjoy very much. It's there are different kind of tourists. So we can think about Venice.
Exactly,
example,
the special touristic rules and the special touristic policies in Venice.
I know that's quite difficult situation in Venice, and I saw photographs of people sleeping naked on the bridges and
swimming,
jumping from bridges, swimming in the channels. This is awful. Nobody should behave like that in a foreign country, but nor in your own country.
Exactly, it's not an educated
it's not
way of life.
Yeah, indeed. So I think that in certain cases, stricter rules are needed. But we should also consider that if things went so far, people let things go so far. So it's also us or local people that are to be blamed a bit.
Yeah, maybe they allowed it.
Yeah, because I think mostly because of money, because tourists bring money. So you close an eye and you let people do things.
Right, it's the question of how much are you ready to tolerate, I think.
Well, I'm not ready to tolerate. No, it's here in Bologna. It's different because
because there are no channels. I think that's the reason, because there are no channels to swim in.
Yeah, but there are a few channels.
There are, but they're not as deep to swim.
Yeah. People could just run in a very difficult way into the channels here. So, but I think tourists do not hurt our beloved city. It's more the problem here. It's more about students and their way of life. Not all, but there are plenty of students that use this city as an amusement park. And but also amusement parks have rules that have to be followed, so there should be more discipline.
So I asked some of my followers on Instagram to send me the questions they would like to ask an Italian, and so let's move to these questions. Let's see what they asked. So question number 1: what is the best kind of pasta to try in Italy?
Oh, well, as I said before, all the filled like pasta, like ravioli, tortelloni. I like tortelloni so much, with cheese, with herbs, with pumpkin. Yeah, I suggest to try pumpkin tortelli alla zucca, but it's very sweet. Sweet taste. So
one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. So you do enjoy, but
absolutely.
not.
Yeah,
not
it's
everyone.
not for everyone. Maybe it depends if you like pumpkin. Also.
Yeah, but ravioli, tortelli, the filled pasta.
Yeah, exactly. And saying also always in the pasta topic, what is the superior pasta noodle?
I will repeat myself, and I will tell once again that the filled pasta, the ravioli, tortelloni, and if about noodles, I do prefer tagliatelle. And if I must say something more about noodles and talking about spaghetti, spaghetti alla bolognese do not exist at all. We should remember these to people all around the world, that when they are eating spaghetti alla bolognese, it's a fake. Because spaghetti, it's not a good type of pasta to be mixed with ragu. You cannot enjoy the sauce so much, and for ragu, it has to be thicker. And tagliatelle, it's
did you know that actually in other parts of Italy, spaghetti alla bolognese exist?
Yeah.
I met someone from Naples who told me that they actually eat spaghetti alla bolognese, and they call it this way.
I also know people from Bologna that eat spaghetti alla bolognese and enjoy spaghetti alla bolognese. So, we should tell people that they are eating a fake. Then everyone is free to eat whatever it wants.
And the last question about pasta: why do they eat lots of pasta every day and don't get any extra pounds?
Well, this is the Italian magic.
I think this is the thing that interests people the most, actually.
Well, maybe because we get used to pasta since childhood, and our organism becomes able to
digest it.
I have no idea.
I think I have my own theory on it, and first think that Italian products are actually very high quality, you know, all the vegetables and actually wheat that is used to produce pasta is of high quality. It usually is natural. It doesn't contain GMO and stuff like that, and this is for maybe the reason number 1 why people don't get fat.
Yeah, this is maybe the real reason, indeed.
So next question: what assumptions about Italian culture do people make that annoy you?
We should make examples, because I think that many stereotypes about Italians are actually true. I don't know if you have an example.
I'm thinking
if
of
I will react in a very violent
No,
manner.
I'm just thinking about stereotypes, common stereotypes about Italians. And I think one of the stereotypes that I met a lot researching online, because you know, after living here for almost 6 years, I think I stopped noticing these things, and I don't think of stereotypes as much. But I made a little research, and I think number 1 stereotype is that Italians speak with their hands, with their arms, which is true.
This is actually
Italians
true.
do speak with their hands.
I think that the whole time I've been gesturing a lot. So this is absolutely true. It's very. I think it's. I like it so much. It's.
Actually, I started using Italian gestures without even noticing. So it's a really fun thing. Yeah. So the next question is the last one, and it's actually connected to the things we've been talking about. What's your favorite part of the Italian way of life?
The way we enjoy our free time, I will answer, and I will repeat once again, maybe. No, also the fact that our food, I like the way we enjoy eating, the way we enjoy time we spend together with friends, and well, I like the fact that I know that this country has so many different as I told, microcultures, landscapes.
What are the three things that make you happy living in Bologna and living in Italy? What are the three things that you're grateful for?
For Italy, yeah, food, weather, and history.